Hello students, in class 12th today I will tell you about the transistor as a switch. It means that uh, how does it behave when we use it as a switch. You know that we have the switch in our houses also, electrical switch. The electrical switch is just to on or off the circuit. When circuit is on, then we are getting the operation of the device, and when it is off, then no operation of the device. So this is what that transistor behave like this one. The circuit diagram of transistor. As switch. Is shown below. This is base, this is emitter, and this is collector. Here we have a resistance, this is RB. Here we have a battery, positive and negative, and here we apply this is now DC source. DC source. So this is VI, the input. This is V, and to have a, this is your VE. And here we have this is RC, and this we have this is your positive and negative, this is VCC, and here we get this is the output V naught. Here the input Vi, and the voltage drop equals to this one. This is your VCE. Here we have the current, IC current, and this is the IB current. IB. So this is the circuit diagram. So this is a common emitter NPN transistor. And yesterday I told you about the amplifier. The transistor operate as the amplifier when it is working in the active state. Uh, so it has the three regions. The transistor can be used as switch when it operates either in cutoff state or saturated state. Saturate state. So this is like this. We are having this. This is we take V naught, and here we take this Vi. These are suppose this will let the potential V1, this is the potential V2, and now this is cutoff state. This is active state. And this is saturated state. When Vi is less than V1. Vi less than V1. Now this reason the transistor operates in cutoff state. And when Vi is greater than V1 but less than V2, Vi greater than V1 but less than V2, so this is state, V1 to V2, this is not active state. The transistor operates in active state. Active state. And when Vi is greater than V2, Vi greater than V2, then we are having this state. This is now saturated state. The transistor operates in saturated state. So this is what I told you, that the transistor can be used as a switch when it either operates in the cutoff state or it operates in the saturated state. In this active state, the transistor will not act as a switch, but this is just like the amplifier. So this is what the circuit diagram and the cutoff state, active state and the saturated state. So you can take the screenshot of this one so that you could study it after this lecture. And now I wrote down the equations. The base current, IV, and collector current, IC, are called input current and output current. Respectively. Using Kirchhoff's voltage law in input circuit. We have this VBB equal to IB into RB plus VBE. And since the input has been applied on this VBB, so this is equal to the input. Now this input VI is equal to IB into RB plus VBE. This is now equation number 2. Where equation number 1, where VBB equal to VI, the input voltage. And similarly, using Kirchhoff's law, again Kirchhoff's voltage law in output circuit. We can have this VCE, VCC equal to IC into RC plus VCE, or VCE is equal to VCC minus IC into RC, IC. And this VCE, this is what the output current, output voltage. VCE, this is equal to V naught equal to VCC minus IC into RC. This is equation number 2, where VCE is equal to V naught, the output voltage. So now we can have two situations. There are two situations. Number one, when V naught very greater than Vi. The transistor operates in cutoff state. And in this condition, we can see from the equation 2 that this Vi is very greater than this V naught is very greater than Vi, then IC is very small. According to equation 2, IC is very small, or IC equal to 0. Very small means we can take it to 0. So what is V naught equal to VCC? Therefore, V naught equal to VCC. And in this condition, there is no output current. No output current means the transistor will behave as a switch off position. The transistor behaves as switch off. Switch off. Position. So here the transistor is not being operated. Not being operated means that this the output is to be now maximum 1 and IC is very small. You can see very small. This is equal to what? Equal to the voltage that we have applied by the battery. So we are not getting this IC. IC not getting means the transistor is acting in the cutoff state and there is no current in the output. And second state, when V naught is very less than Vi. The transistor operates in saturated state. Saturated state. So just to take the screenshot of this one, so you can understand to this action activity of this transistor as a switch off. When we are taking V naught very less than Vi, then what we have here? V naught very less than Vi means this Vi is very small, so IC is very large. According to equation 2, the IC is very large. And V naught is very small but not equal to 0. not equal to 0. So it means what we are having, that transistor is operating in this condition. So we can say that the transistor will behave like a switch on position. The transistor behaves as switch on position. So transistor to work as a switch off, it must act in the cutoff state, and for the position when this is as a switch on, then this must be operated in the saturated state. So IC is very large, then V naught will be very small. IC is very large means the IB, the input current, that will be the very large, which will be very small. So any kind of change in this input current, that will change the output current. And here is the input that we apply is the DC source. So this act as a switch when this is the input is taken to be now DC source. So this is what the transistor is, the switch. Now there is one more that I am giving to this note, that online classes from June 1st, 2021. This is your 11th, 12th and NEET. And in NEET we are having two. This is our crash course. And this is our regular class 2022. Contact this is now your 7014734805. So if you are interested, you can register yourself. So you can take the screenshot of this one. That will help you to study after this lecture. So you like, share, subscribe this video. Thank you very much.